Hey everyone, welcome back to Prefusion. I'm Anish and today we'll solve this very interesting question from network theory from two-port analysis. So we are starting a new series which is interesting questions again. So I hope you enjoy this question, and this question was sent in our Telegram group. So there are almost 4.78k members in our Telegram group. If you want to join and have a good discussion about concepts and things, you can join our Telegram group. So its name is Prefusion. So let's start this question. So this question is on two-port networks. If you want to study two-port networks from me, you can go to our website. There where the complete two-port networks, like complete AC analysis for the network theory part is present. Okay, you can watch that. And for the DC, it is already present in our YouTube channel, that is Prefusion. Okay, so here, right, a network like this question is a network N that contains only linear and bilateral circuit elements is connected as shown here. Okay, it is connected as shown here, and with the right port open, we apply V1 equals to 2 volts to the left port and measure I1 equals to 4 milliamperes and V2 equals to 8 volts. So this right port is open, okay, and we measure these things, right? And with the left port shorted, we again measure these values, okay? So you have to find out V2 and I2 for this particular cases, okay? If these cases are present, and also I2 if this is the status of the other I1 and V2 port currents and voltages. So you try to solve this first, then I will solve. Okay, so let's start with the first one. So first and second A and B part are pretty simple, but C part can be a bit tricky for you. So A part, first of all, they have given me this, right? V1 is this, and your second port is open circuit. So this is open circuit, then which parameter comes to your mind? It should click that it should be open circuit parameters. And in this case, the port is short circuit. So which parameter comes to your mind? It should be short circuit parameters. So here for V2, right, it has given I1 and I2 and it wants me to find V2. So basically this is the equation for the open circuit parameter. So I will use this first equation. I will use this first open circuit parameters for finding the first question, right? So here I will use this relation. So my I2 is 0, right? If my I2 is 0, what does my open circuit parameters become? So if this I2 is 0, this is completely vanished. So my V1, my Z11 will be simply V1 by I1, and my Z21 will be simply V2 by I1, and they have given me these values, right? They have given me these values. So V1 is 2, I1 is 4. So it is 2 by 4 and it is kilo, right? Kilo ohms. So it will be 0.5 kilo ohms. I will write these things over here. It will be 0.5 kilo ohms. What about this V2 over I2? V2 is how much? V2 is 8 volts. V2 is 8 volts and I1 is still 4 milliamps, right? So it will be 8 by 4. So it will be 2 kilo ohms. Okay, it will be 2 kilo ohms. So Z21 and all these things are this. So they have already given me I2 is 0. Again, that's the same thing, right? So V2 will be simply equals to what? If I2 is 0, V2 will be simply Z21 into I1. I2 is 0, right? So simply it is Z2 is how much? 2 times I1. I1 is how much? I1 they have given me 6 milliamperes. 6. So it will be 12 volts. So 12 volts will be the answer for the first option. Let's now come to the second case. Second case, right? If you observe, they are asking us I2 and V1 and V2 are given, and this is short circuited. This is again the short circuit parameter, and this is using this relation. So here my V1 port is shorted. So if V1 port is shorted, then what will my short circuit parameters become? So it will become I1 will be Y1 to V2, I2 will be Y2 to V2. Okay, so basically what will be my Y21? So Y21 will be the ratio of these two things, right? The ratio of these two things. Okay. So I1 over V2. I1 is 5 and V2 is minus 10, right? So it will be minus 0.5. I1 over V2 will be minus 0.5 millisieverns. Again, V2 is minus 10 and I2 is minus 10, right? So it will be 1 millisiemens. Like you can observe, like they have given us the information that V2 is minus 10 and I2 is minus 10. Okay, so it is 1 millisiemens. Now what do we need to find out? We need to find out I2, right? We need to find out I2. Just hold on a second, let me check if everything is recording. Yeah, we need to find out I2. So V1 is 0 and we need to find out I2. So it is simply I2 will be equals to simply Y22 into V2. So Y22 is 1 millisiemens into V2 is how much? V2 they have given us minus 20, right? Minus 20. So it will be minus 20 milliamps. Okay, it will be minus 20 milliamps. This will be the answer to this option B. Now to this part B. So now let's come to the part C. Part C is a bit interesting. Why is part C interesting? Because they have given me I1 and V2. Okay, they have given me I1 and V2 and they want me to compute I2. So this is basically what? This is the H parameters, if you remember. Yeah, this is the H parameters, right? So, but we don't know the H parameters. So we have to make do with the Z and Y parameters. So I need to find I2 and I know I1 and V2, right? So like there isn't any term 0 over here. So that is also very difficult. So how will I find things out? So what you can do is, here, if you observe one thing correctly, you could have used some other relation as well, right? Like this one, you could have used this relation as well. If my this time, right, my V2 is 0, my V1 is 0 and my I2 and I1 are 5 and minus 10. So in this case, it's the same network. So if my V1 goes to 0, then my Z12, right? Z12 will be equals to what? Z12 will be equals to minus Z11 I1 by I2. Okay, so this is simply equals to minus, what is Z11? Z11 I have already computed, it is 0.5. What is I1 by I2? I1 by I2, I1 is 5 and this is minus 10. Okay, into 5 divided by minus 10. So your Z12 becomes what? Z12 becomes minus gets cancelled and like everything is correct, right? This I2 is 10, yeah, I2 is 10 and I1 is minus 10. I1 is 5 and I2 is minus 10. That's fine. V2 and V1. So this will be minus would be 2.5, 0.25 kilo ohms, right? 0.25 kilo ohms. What about Z22? So if I say one thing, that this time, right, my V2 is given, I1 and I2 is given, and I know what I know Z21 as well, right? I know Z21 as well, so I can find out Z22. So if I find out Z22, what will be it? It will be like V2 is how much? V2 is minus 10 volts. V2 is minus 10 equals to Z21. Z21 is 2 kilo ohms into I1. I1 is how much? I1 is 5 milliamps plus Z22, which I don't know, into I2, right? Into I2. I2 is what? I2 is minus 10 milliamps, right? I2 is minus 10 milliamps. So I2 is minus 10 milliamps. So from here, right, what will be my Z22? So Z22, this will be 5 kilo into 2 into 5 milliamps, which is 10. Okay, this will be minus 20 divided by minus 10. Okay, milli equals to Z22. So Z22 will be equals to 2 kilo ohms. Okay, Z22 will be equals to 2 kilo ohms. So like one thing you have to keep in mind is that like previously there was bilateral written over here. This is not a bilateral network. Okay, if this was a bilateral network, then it would have been reciprocal and your Z12 would have been equals to Z21, which is not the case. Okay, Z12 is not equals to Z21. Okay, which is not the case. So that's why this network is not bilateral. There was a typo at the start. Okay, so now what we have to find out, we know all the Z parameters, right? We know all the Z parameters. We have to find out this case, right? So can we find it out? So basically, what are the telling? So I will write down the parameters one by one, right? So my Z11 equals to Z11 equals to 0.5, Z12 equals to 0.25, write down the parameters over here. Z11 equals to 0.5 kilo ohms, Z12 equals to 0.25 kilo ohms, and Z21 equals to 2 kilo ohms, and Z22 equals to how much? Just computed it. Z22 is equals to 2 kilo ohms, and Z21 is also equals to 2 kilo ohms. So this is also equals to 2 kilo ohms. And what information they have given me? They have given me this I2 and V2, right? So again I will write the Z parameter, that is V1 equals to Z11 into I1. So Z11 is how much? 0.5 into I1. I1 they have given me 8 milliamperes, plus Z12 is 0.25 into I2 I don't know. I2 I have to find out, right? V1 also I don't know. Then V2 equals to again Z21, that is 2 times I1, which is 8, plus Z22, which is 2 times I2, right? I2 I don't know. Okay, so basically what will happen over here? So this is V1 equals to 4. So my V1, right, can replace V2 I know, right? Yeah, V2 they have given me as 4 volts. So V2 they have given me as 4. So from this equation I can simply find out my I2, right? So what will be my I2? I2 will be, this is going to negative. So this is 16 minus 4 minus 12 divided by 2. So your I2 will be minus 6 milliamperes. Okay, this will be in millis. So like this is a very interesting question. Okay, and they can ask even more great questions from this, right? They can like ask different questions from this. So like what was the crux of this? Like you have to how to manipulate the equations. So in two-port networks, right, mainly you have to understand how do you manipulate the equations and what do you understand. Okay, so basically as this consists of linear network, so we can reduce this down in terms of parameters, Z parameters. So yeah, that's it basically for today's video. I hope to see you in the next video. Please do hit the like button if you enjoyed the concept, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you.